3, David Garrett.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is for the Attorney-General and asks, are iwi and hapu who gain ownership of the foreshore and seabed by negotiation with the government likely to gain a title with greater or different rights from those granted by the courts?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
No. Let me say, though, that the member referred to ownership in his question. I think it's important to emphasise that we're talking about customary title, which is not to be equated with a freehold title or a fee simple title. Customary title holders will not be able to exclude the public or sell the foreshore and seabed. Where customary title can be proved, it will sit alongside the public space rights of free public access, fishing, navigation and existing use rights. Customary title does not exclude these guaranteed public rights.
David Garrett.
Supplementary to the Attorney-General. Will iwi who are turned down by the courts for customary title of the foreshore and seabed subsequently be able to gain ownership or customary title of the foreshore and seabed through negotiations with the Crown?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
I would have thought in most cases it would be the other way round. Iwi would seek to negotiate with the Crown, or hapu would seek to negotiate with the Crown, and if they were dissatisfied, they'd commence proceedings.
David Garrett.
Supplementary to the Attorney-General. Who will gain a greater degree of ownership and a greater area of ownership? Iwi who claim through the courts or iwi who claim through negotiations with the Crown?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
All issues as to where customary title will be granted, be it through negotiations or through the courts, are intensely factual questions and cannot be answered in the abstract as the member asks me to do.
Te oroa Flavel.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. Kia ora tātou, ko taku pātai ki te minita. Is the Minister aware that the UN Special Rapporteur on Indigenous Peoples, James Anaya, in his recent visit to New Zealand recommended a new legislative arrangement that, quotes, avoids any discriminatory effects and establishes measures to recognise and protect rights of iwi over the foreshore and seabed, end of quote, and what progress has been made in achieving this?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Yes, the government is addressing the extinguishment of legal and other rights caused by the 2004 Act while protecting public access, fishing and navigation rights so that all New Zealanders can enjoy our beaches.
Te oroa Flavel.
To the Attorney-General, does he agree with Ngāti Porou Chairman Dr Apirana Mahuika that the comments of the Coastal Coalition, a lobby group opposed to Māori claiming customary title to parts of the foreshore and seabed, is, quote, right-wing anti-Māori invective, end of quote? And what response, if any, will the government make to their campaign of what iwi describe as ill-informed scaremongering?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Mr Speaker, I always prefer not to get into personalities, but rather take a principled approach to these issues. That's always been my style. And those issues are ensuring public access to the foreshore and seabed, ensuring access to justice for all New Zealanders, and respecting everyone's property rights.
Question number 4, the Honourable David Cunliffe.